was sent to Africa in 2000 as the Daily Telegraph's Africa correspondent, and every story that I was studying about Africa was drawn back to the Congo. Every crisis in Africa has its roots in the Congo. And I suddenly made a connection with the Daily Telegraph. It was the Telegraph who sent the explorer H M Stanley to explore the Congo and chart the river in the 1870s. It was a journalistic stunt. African history was changed by a journalistic stunt. And so I became obsessed with going back to the original route, to this place which had become the source, the root of so many of today's contemporary problems in Africa.
The boy had the expression of an old man on his 10-year-old face. It was careworn, cold and unsmiling. The arrival of our small convoy must have been the most interesting thing to happen here for months, but there was no sparkle of excitement in his expression. I soon found out why. He took me a few paces off the track. The bush was thick, but he skillfully slipped through the branches. He was wearing nothing but some grubby brown shorts, several sizes too big for him, but he twisted and shimmied without getting snagged on the thorns that teased out my hair and scratched my skin. After a few minutes, I emerged from a thicket to find him standing over a human skull, bleached on the ground. There was no lower jaw, the front teeth were missing, and I could see a web of cracks in the cranium. The boy spoke quietly. There was fighting here one day. We do not know who it was who was fighting who. We just ran away into the bush. But when we came back, there were too many bodies for us to bury.
Joseph Conrad wrote his Heart of Darkness about there. Evelyn Waugh travelled there. Graham Greene travelled there. It was a functioning place. But the astonishing thing about the Congo is that since the 1860s, since independence came, it has been spiralling backwards. And that's what makes it so different, unlike anywhere else on the planet. I'm a war correspondent. I go to awkward places, and I've been to plenty that are undeveloped, but I've never been to any that are undeveloping, actively going backwards, spiraling downwards. And that's what makes the Congo so unique, a place with an amazing history, but no present.
I took a few steps and felt my right boot clunk into something unnaturally hard and angular on the floor. I dug my heel into the leaf mulch and felt it again. Scraping down through the detritus, I slowly cleared away enough soil to get a good look. It was a cast iron railway sleeper, perfectly preserved and still connected to a piece of track. It was a moment of horrible revelation. What made it so horrible was the sense that I had discovered evidence of a modern world that had tried but failed to establish itself in the Congo. It was a complete reversal of the normal pattern of human development. A place where a railway track had once carried trainloads of goods and people had been reclaimed by virgin forest, where noisy huffing of steam engines had long since lost out to the jungle's looming silence. It was one of the defining moments of my journey through the Congo. I was travelling through a country with more past than future, a place where the hands of the clock spin not forwards, but backwards.
My book, Blood River, A Journey to Africa's Broken Heart, uses the story of my journey through the Congo to tell the Congo's compelling history. Now, this is a book about Africa. It's a tough subject. It's not, a light read. But what's remarkable is that Richard and Judy's book club of this year have chosen it. It's their only non-fiction title. To record the unabridged version, to do every word of this book, was a great not just a sense of personal achievement, but it's important to try and bring some attention to a country I find the most compelling, the most interesting, and the most harrowing on the planet.